We're on day 55 of our 60-day healing journey to establish healthy boundaries. This journey is for anyone who has a problem with saying no. You want to start establishing healthy boundaries and you just don't know where to start. If so, this is the journey for you. We're on day 55 and the affirmation for today is, I honor myself and others naturally follow suit. I honor myself and others naturally follow suit. Now, this is what we were speaking on the last few videos. Why it's so important to do the inner work, to have that inner union, to have that respect and admiration for yourself, to understand how valuable you are, and to honor yourself so that others will do the same. Because again, as within, so without. So when you do the work internally, then there is no choice but for everything to reflect on the outside of you. You will see what you've done, the work you've done mirrored on the outside. So that's the affirmation. I honor myself and others follow suit. The somatic practice for today is inhale, arms overhead, exhale, arms down, feeling strong and centered. So as you breathe in, your hands are going to go over your head. You're going to stretch over your head. And as you breathe out, then you bring your hands back to your side. So we will do that for about 2 minutes as our somatic practice. The visualization for today is visualize your boundaries as clear, unbreakable light beams. So your boundaries are clear light beams that are stretching out from yourself. They're coming off of you. They are very noticeable. Everyone can see those light beams that are actually coming off of you. So that is our visualization technique for today. The journal prompt is, how do I feel when others respect my limits? How do I feel when others respect my limits? Do you feel stronger when people respect your limits? Do you feel more focused and aligned? How do you feel when others don't respect your limits? Let's think about this also. Let's talk about this for a minute. When you do start to establish boundaries, remember there will be tests. There will be pushback. But what will you do when you start to see the reaction from others? Will you begin to get frustrated, etc.? Will you feel guilt when you don't establish those boundaries correctly, or you forget about it, or you allow someone to have their way? Don't think about it like this. The fact that you even notice that people are pushing back is a sign that you have grown. That's letting you know already that you're no longer on the same page that you were on before. If you were in alignment with the part of you that was out of whack, that the old version of you that allowed people to do things a certain way, you wouldn't have even had, the awareness that people are pushing back at my boundaries. So that already shows that you're looking at things from a higher perspective, where you're able to actually see that there's a difference now than there was before. You're noticing it. You're hyper aware of it. And it does cause frustration. But think of it like this. That's the old version of you trying to pop up to see if you will follow through. So that old version of you is popping up and is looking like frustration to see, am I going to continue with these boundaries I've set? Or am I going to keep going forward, which means that I have to face the people that may push back, etc. Just be aware that that's a part of the process, or it could be a part of the process. So now you don't take it so personal. You don't get stuck in your emotions, etc. Because the old you is trying to pop back up. The old you wants to survive just like the new you wants to. And if you've been doing something for so long, it's almost like, am I going to go back to my old ways, or am I going to keep pushing through to the next level? So it's like a test. Are you going to pass the test? Just be aware that your own emotions start to come to the surface when you start to establish these boundaries. Not just how everybody else is feeling. You start to feel, different emotions, etc., because it's a different version of you trying to emerge, and it's different, it's new. So with that newness, emotions come to the surface that you may not have actually noticed were there before. Things that try to pull you back into your old self. But just keep going. Remember why you started the journey. What was the reason why you wanted to establish the boundaries? And stick with that. Just keep going. Don't get mad at yourself and give up and say, oh, I messed up and now I got to start over. No, keep going, because you will eventually be in a space where this becomes a normal habit and it won't even be a thing anymore. We'll be working on a whole nother new journey. So just keep going. So that's the journal prompt. How do I feel when others respect my limits? The tiny boundary practice is politely communicate one need clearly. Politely communicate one need clearly. And I brought that up because when I was talking about the journal prompt, because I noticed that the more I work on these boundaries, the more I go through this, journey, I noticed that people test me and there's a lot of pushback. And I almost wanted to, it started making me feel frustrated. It started making me feel like angry inside. But I know that's not, I'm trying to stay elevated. In order for me to stay elevated, I can't allow that part of me to come to the surface and gain control, because now it will be pushing me back into the lower version of myself. You see what I'm saying? From the frustration. So you have to be aware and make this like a conscious thing and state your intentions and your affirmations of why you're doing this so that you're able to stay on track. Because this journey is not an easy journey, especially if you feel like, now I'm aware that people have been taking advantage of me for a very long time, because that awareness is going to come to the forefront as well. Like you might start noticing that people were taking advantage of you because you didn't have boundaries. People were using you. All of those things start to come to the top, to the surface. But they have to come up so that they can get off of you. You see what I'm saying? So that you're able to leave them behind. It has to come up out of you. You have to, in order for you to release it. As you release these things, then you evolve. So these emotions come up with it when you notice certain things. The frustration may come up, the irritability, etc. But this is where these practices come in, the visualization technique, so that you're actually, helping your vibration to change, helping yourself to be more in a positive state by doing the journal prompts, doing the visualizations, saying the affirmations, eating properly, drinking your water, getting your rest, all of these different tools that will keep you aligned, grounding, etc. All of this is necessary while in the journey, because there will be negative aspects that try to resurface, or people may push at you, which may cause you frustration as well in this journey. So it's all a part of you just trying to find that balance, and that's what anything, when you try to evolve, you have to level up. And just like a video game, you get to the end, there's a dragon at the end of that stage, and you got to fight this dragon in order to get to the next level. So that dragon in you may come up, and you will have to deal with your own inner dragon so that you can move to the next level. That's just an example to show you that it's not always easy as we go through these journeys, but it takes consistency and determination to get you to the next level. You just got to want to do it. You have to master yourself. It's not about, those people that come in and push at you and you want to fight back with them. It's not necessarily that. It's about, how am I going to deal with this situation now that this is coming, up to what, now that I'm dealing with this? How am I going to, why is this triggering me and making me feel angry? So now there's other aspects of yourself that you may have to start working on to heal, because things will come up as you go through this journey. And the more you master yourself and the more you evolve, then you'll start to connect with the things that are connected with the higher version of yourself. We got to get to that higher version. That's all. That's what we're trying to do. So that is our journal prompt. Well, tiny boundary practice. Politely communicate one need clearly. The bonus holistic tip is chew fennel or peppermint for mental clarity and energetic refresh. And let's also add to that, do 5 minutes of meditation. Just sit there and breathe. You know, meditation comes in different forms. You don't have to like go into a trance state, but you can sit there and breathe for about 10 minutes. You can put some nice soothing music on or frequency. Just take your time to breathe and unwind, because again, as you go through this journey, frustration may come up, different emotions may come up, but it's about how are you dealing with these things. So the bonus holistic tip is chew fennel or peppermint for mental clarity and energetic refresh, but also take the time to meditate so that you're able to get to that space of alignment or connect with the higher source, whatever your belief system is, so that you're able to find that inner peace during this journey. We don't want to get stuck in our frustration when it pops up. We want to be aware of it. The fact that you're aware of, that made me frustrated just now, that made me angry, is already saying that you are leveling up, because you are aware of it. If you got swept up in it, then you may not, that means that you weren't aware of it, and that means that you weren't changing. But as you change, you notice certain things come to the surface. Your old habits may start to pop up. Little parts of you that want to keep you in that lower state may pop up. You might notice yourself gossiping more. You might notice yourself cursing more. It could be any habit that you had that is the old version of you that may pop up to the surface to try to get you to go back to your old self. But we are determined to level up. We are determined to grow. And so when we see those things, we notice them, we acknowledge them, and then we just keep it moving, and we address them and we keep it moving. But we don't just act like, it's not there. And it's not there to hurt us. It's there to show you that you're no longer connected to it. You're looking at it. Listen, you're looking at that part of yourself not as taking over you. You're actually looking at it and noticing that part of you, which shows that you have separated from that aspect of yourself and you're growing to the next level. So just keep going. That's my advice. Keep going. That is our assignments or our tools for today. Today was day 55. I will see you all tomorrow. Peace and love. Mwah.